Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Now, there's a bit of news circulating, rumours in regards to that of Rian Brewster, and it's not exciting news. It's very, very bad news, really. But ultimately, Derby County are in a much better position at this time of the year than they were 12 months ago. And obviously, that is really important when we look at these injuries and things like that. Now, we're going to get into it across the course of this live stream. We're going to discuss the injuries. We're going to look ahead to the game. And obviously, those of you who do know, we will be back later for a live watch along starting at around 2 p.m. Now, Eli, welcome in. Richard, welcome in. Fred, hope you are all okay. All of you in the stream, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you are on TikTok, hit like and follow. But let's get through some of the comments first. Is Rian Brewster actually injured? Now, that is the rumour that is going around. I'm all right, thank you, Richard. How are you? What's Brewster's injury? Not heard anything. You sound a bit different. Give me 1 second. That should be better. Apologies for the poor audio early on. Apologies. What's Bruce's injury? Not heard anything about it. Massive loss. Do you know something? I don't know what the injury is. Like, it's one of those rumours that circulate and that we've seen before, where players obviously pick up these injuries behind the scenes and you don't really get a proper update on it until after the game. Now, it will be interesting to see if he is in the squad or not. But obviously, Brewster's had his injury problems before, which is obviously a little bit difficult to sort of judge and things like that. Bruce had his injury problems over his career, so I won't be surprised. Yeah, that is the problem. He best not be injured. One of our top players. We do have backups, though. Yes, we do certainly have much better backups now. How is Brewster injured? The injury actually hasn't been released. At the moment, it is just a rumour, which will be confirmed later today when we do get the team sheets later on. I think it's about 1:45 we get the team sheets these days. If Brewster is not involved, then that's basically completely agree. Selfson and Ajiman get some minutes today. I presume they will, especially if Brewster's picked up an injury. Score predictions today, mine is 1-1. Morris to score. I don't think we have enough to beat West Brom. I'd say 2-1 Derby. I've been saying 2-1 Derby for a little bit now. Hope Ajiman comes off the bench. Would be great if he scored. Completely agree. Let's hope. Why have you got a red hoodie on, Lewis? This is a Porsche hoodie. It's not a Forest hoodie. We don't need to worry. But it's just nice. If Brewster's injured, imagine he starts Ajiman. Could happen. You've also got the likes of Briatan Diaz who could step in. Obviously, Caden Jackson, one you maybe not want to step in but could. You've got Selverson, you could go to a front two with Clark in behind as well. Joe Ward could start. Isaac Price hat-trick is on. We will wait and see. The atmosphere will be class today. We've got flags and that's going to be a great game. It will be a great game. It will be a great game today. He might not even be injured. It might just be a rumour. Yeah, exactly. We've got to calm down. It's going to be difficult to really sort of know whether it is a proper sort of injury or not, but it's one of those situations that we've got to discuss. It is. Moynihan driving to Wales today, so probably missed the game, but hoping for 3 points to hit Ajiman get involved. Yeah, fingers crossed. Score predictions for Arsenal Forest. I'm going to watch it before the Derby game. What time's Arsenal Forest on? Because I will jump on and watch that. I'd probably say 3-0 Arsenal, to be fair. Not going to be able to watch the game, unfortunately, today, but I'll be following along with your watch along. I'll join you at about 2:30. Love that. 12:30 for the Forest game, decent. Where does it say he's injured? There's a rumour going round, Caden. A few Midlands derbies say yes, there is. What do you think Swans Hull is going to be? Swansea 2-0, I'd probably say. Season starts today, fingers crossed. Appreciate the follow, Brooksy. Welcome in. Hi, Barnsley fan here. Who do you think wins? We play Reading. Gotta be Barnsley. Appreciate the follow, Stanny. Welcome in. Hopefully see Jake Rooney get some minutes as well today. It's West Brom's 125th anniversary game today. We're playing a lot of anniversary games this year, aren't we? Arsenal vs Forest is 12:30 kick-off. I'll definitely chuck that on before the game. it's worth a look, innit? Where are the rumours about Brewster being injured? So there's a Telegram group which has a lot of like Derby people in where it's been posted saying that Ebo Adams has also been dropped. However, don't necessarily like. I'm not saying that this is 100% true. Like I'm sort of up in the air about it because it's one of those things that if it's true and the fact it's got out, that's going to be a bit difficult for the staff of the club and stuff like that because someone's going to get themselves in trouble. I hope he plays. Heard good things from you about Rooney. Yeah, Rooney is unreal for me. How do you sum up Rooney? Rooney for me is easily a championship centre half, but the problem is we've just got so many players ahead of him that he was never going to play for us. What do you think the lineup will be today? Now, that all depends on the situation in regards to Rhian Brewster, because if Brewster's fit, then I think it'll be pretty much the same team as what played versus West Brom. But if we're looking at Brewster being injured, then honestly, it could be a range of different things. It could. Hello, Lewis. Can I get a score prediction? I'm saying 2-1, Oscar, mate. I'm saying 2-1. Are you going today? No, I'll be live from 2:30. No, I'll be live from 2, doing a live watch along. Morris looks sharp, bet you're glad you've got him. Yeah, he looks unreal. Hoping Derby get a win today as a Swans fan. Fingers crossed. I know it's shocking watching Forest as a Rams fan, but the game will be class. To be honest with you, I'm really intrigued to see how Postecoglou gets them playing, if I'm honest, because he likes that attacking style. He likes to be on the front foot, and realistically, it's going to be difficult to Forest to do that with their sort of defensive unit that they've got. The Brewster's rumours are probably a load of crap, but I could see Ebu being dropped. Yeah, I'm sort of in the similar boat, Richard. I hope that it is a load of crap, to be honest, because Brewster played really well in the last game. Appreciate all the gifts that you guys are sending. Stanny, Oscar, and Daniel, welcome in. I don't think Ebu gets in our main 11. What's wrong with Brewster? We don't know. It's just a rumour that he's injured and not going to be involved today. But obviously we've got nothing like confirmed yet. Going for a 2-1 win today. What's your prediction for lineup? So in terms of lineup, I'm going for pretty much the same team as what played versus Ipswich. Zetterstrom in goal. Then go back 3. Sanderson, Fozzie, Clark, Elder on the left, Johnson on the right, midfield 2 with Travis and Ozo, or Travis and Ebu, and then a front 3 of Brewster, Clark and Morris, if Brewster is fit. I saw the tweet, please tell me it's not true, is Brewster injured? We have no official confirmation of whether it's true or not right now. I always think, Lewis, and I know it's random, but I always wonder how you possibly don't need the toilet during your 3 hours, etc. on stream. Do you know something? I'm actually surprised about that as well, if I'm honest. Hi Lewis, is Brewster okay? Is it serious if he's injured? So the rumour is that it's about a month, but obviously there's no confirmation of it at the moment. Stoke and Derby have had the best transfer window, same with Birmingham. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Welcome in, Will. Hope you're okay. Haven't looked at the transfer. Didn't realise Rian joined you. Good signing that. Yeah, completely agree. Langas will be back in the next couple of weeks. Ajimang should be back involved today. Brewster out supposedly, yeah. I've been talking about that through this stream. It will be interesting to see. You always beat us. We always find a way. I think Adams is brilliant defensively, but going forward, it's clumsy, 100%. Brereton Diaz starts today. It's been leaked. Yeah, that would be my sort of swap if Brewster is injured, to be fair, because you can sort of keep the same setup from the game versus Ipswich. Score prediction, I'm saying 2-1, Ollie. 2-1 to Derby County. That's my prediction as of right now. But obviously that could change depending on the team and stuff like that, because you take Brewster out, and you change the setup a little bit, and it makes it really, really difficult to sort of judge where it's going to be. Who's injured and who's back? So Ajimang and Selverson both back. Langas and Beck are back in training, but I don't think they'll be involved today. And then there's rumours suggesting that Brewster is injured, but nothing confirmed. If Brewster is injured, be nice if Adjumang fit enough to start up front with Morris and Clark behind. Yeah, it will be interesting to see how he does go with if Brewster is injured. Richard has put his lineup in the chat: Zetterstrom, Sanderson, Bart, Clark, Elder on the left, Ozo, Travis and Johnston across the midfield four. Brewster if fit, if not Caden Jackson, Morris and Bobby Clark, 3-4-3. Don't think Brereton Diaz or Adjumang starts today. Fair. That is a fair point. I don't think Adjumang starts, and Brereton Diaz is definitely a 50-50 one. I don't think he's injured. I'd like to hope he's not injured, but surely if Brewster was injured, Eustace would have said it in his piece. Well, he might have said it in his press conference, but the injury could have happened after. They had 2 training sessions after, I believe. One on the Thursday and then one on the Friday before travelling down. So when Taylor and Langas back, Taylor's a couple of weeks, Langas will be back over the course of the next week or so, I'd imagine. Derby on top, hopefully. If it was up to Langas, he would play, true Warrior. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I think Langas is probably ready to play, but you've got to be protective of those players. My score prediction is a 1-1 draw, but if I had to give a positive prediction, 1-0 Morris to score. Fingers crossed, Richard, fingers crossed. Adult tickets for England women's game at Pride Park in category 1 are 40, by the way, for a friendly. That's crazy. Yeah, that is crazy money. What's up with Brewster? So there's been no leak of what the actual injury is, but there is a leak suggesting that he's injured and going to be out for a month. Appreciate the follow, Jake. Hope you're okay, mate. Hope you are all good. It's a difficult position we find ourselves in. Welcome in, Monty. Hope you're okay. I'm so gutted I missed out on tickets for this game. Yeah, West Brom's always a good game to go to. My girlfriend's brothers go in, and he's been a couple of times now, and it's always a good atmosphere. Let Langas play on one leg again. Wouldn't surprise me if that happened at some point. Lewis Travis has been banned by FA because of stamp on Ipswich. I'm pretty sure that he can't be banned because he was booked within the game. But we will go and have a look. I've not seen anything in regards to that. Hey Lewis, I've got an idea for you to get more views. You could do like a weekly prediction for everyone in the championship because more people click on it. But I'm in no right to say you don't. Well, we will see. That's probably something which we'll come across over the course of the next few weeks. Do you think Salverson will play? I think he'll have a part to play, whether he'll be starting or not. I'm not entirely sure. I'd probably doubt a start, if I'm honest. Are you doing a watch along? Yes, starting at 2 p.m. later on today. Starting at 2 p.m. Personally, I'm confident Eustace is going to get this team flying soon. Yeah, I think today's the start, if I'm honest. I'm not believing anything about Brewster until squad comes out. That's fair enough, Sam. That's fair enough. Diaz to possibly replace Brewster. That is the rumour. That is the rumour, Jack. Starting 11 and bench. Pretty much the same team as what played versus Ipswich, mate. If Brewster's out, then he'll start Diaz, probably. I've just noticed Cruz Allen wasn't with the under-21s last night, so Brewster injury could be true. Cruz Allen was on the bench for the 21s, where we heard the Brewster update. So there's a couple of people talking about it on Twitter, and apparently it's come from a Telegram group, which puts out a lot of correct updates, let's put it this way. Is the game on Sky? Do you know? Unfortunately not. It is a 3 p.m. kickoff. It is Rams TV, but you will need a VPN. So if you haven't got one, check out the description over on YouTube. You can get yourself NordVPN as well as supporting the channel, and then you can go and buy yourself the match pass from Rams TV. My mate who doesn't go to matches is going to the match today, as his mate who works at the club got him free tickets. Fair. Do you know, there's so many people I know who get free tickets and stuff like that. Brewster's not going to be injured either. I hope so. I think we should have kept Kenzo, as we've not got amazing midfield depth. I think he'll be sold somewhere to go ahead Eagles, even if he doesn't do well. Wouldn't surprise me, to be quite honest. Wouldn't surprise me. What's Jake Rooney like? We've got him on loan for the season. For me, Jake Rooney is easily a championship centre-half. If you can keep him fit and get him consistently playing, like, you'll see straight away how comfortable and composed he is on the ball and how good he looks. Like, for me, unbelievable talent and just needs to play football. Unfortunately, that wasn't coming at Derby with the players we've brought in, but hopefully in the future he will be our starting centre-half. Adjumang to play. I think he'll be on the bench, Reese. Borough vs Preston score. Borough 2, Preston 1. Going to be there today, leaving in about an hour. Enjoy it. My uncle used to get my dad free tickets because he used to work in the ticket office. Yeah, when I was at Derby, like all the staff, they have like, obviously they get their free season tickets with working at the club, but you can also get access to other tickets as well, which is decent. Do you think Langas and Adjumang will play? I don't think Langas will. Adjumang, I think, will be on the bench though. Personally, thoughts on Shrewsbury Town? Have you still got Gareth Ainsworth in charge at Shrewsbury? Because Shrewsbury are one of those teams that I've never really got it, if that makes sense. Like, they're just sort of there. They are. I don't. They're an awkward team. Nope, he's a snake in left. Fair. Who have you got at Shrewsbury? Who's in the Shrewsbury squad? Let's take a look. Who do we know? Sam Clucas, Taylor Perry, Scully. Jesus Christ. Eindhoven from Peterborough. Is that George Lloyd from Doncaster? Michael Appleton in charge. Face up against Salford today. That'll be a tough game. Salford have got new ownership now. Well, kind of new ownership. I've completed 6 grounds of the 92 so far. Pride Park, Hillsborough, City Ground, Meadow Lane, Pirelli, and the Bet365. Decent bunch of grounds to do, to be fair. Gareth Ainsworth is at Gillingham now, I'm pretty sure. Fair. He promised a bunch of shit. Owners need to leave, no money in the club. Oh, fair. Yeah, it sounds pretty similar to like what's happened at a lot of clubs recently as well. I'm not a fan of these terrible owners for me. Can't believe players like Mendes Lang and Kane Wilson are in League 2. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Genuinely ridiculous. Just grabbed car cans and then en route. Do you know something, mate? Don't be drinking and driving. That's all I say. Score prediction for today. I'm saying 2-1 Derby. I've just got a feeling that we're going to pick up 3 points. Just got a feeling. I don't know what it is. I don't know why, but I've just got a feeling it's going to be a 2-1 result to Derby. I've got Carlton Morris scoring again. I've just got a feeling. I don't know why. I have a feeling they'll beat us today from Sam. Do you know something? I hope not. Derby is always our bogey team. Yeah, we've been a massive bogey team for West Brom recently. We go as we move on, I guess. Just got to try and get points. Yeah, 100%. I'm going to Chesterfield versus MK Dons because I'm also a Chesterfield fan. Will be interesting to see Kane Wilson and Mendes. Yeah, I don't know if Mendes will play. He's been on international duty, hasn't he? So I'm not sure when he got back. I'd imagine Wilson plays though, to be fair. Do you know something? Wilson in League 2, if he can stay fit and play consistently, he'll tear it up. He'll absolutely ruin that division. 1-1 or 2-1 either side, I reckon. Yeah, I've got 2-1. Derby won't win today. It's a big day today, celebrating 125 years at the Hawthorns. Hopefully the Baggies are well up for it. Do you know something? As much as I don't necessarily disagree about it being a big day, sometimes those big day atmospheres can absolutely ruin the players and cause issues for the players, which is obviously a little bit unfortunate, but if you can get the result, it's a great atmosphere for the fans. If Derby get the result, it just ruins the day. So I'm obviously hoping Derby pick up the 3 points, but you never know what could happen. 3-1 West Brom, says Dale. Do you know something, Dale? It will be interesting to see how the game does end. We obviously beat West Brom 3-1 back in, was it April? Which was one of the results which helped us secure survival in the division, and that's when we had a very, very poor team. The team we've got now is a lot better, so I'd like to hope we can pick up 3 points, and I wish the game was earlier. Yeah, I wish it was a 12:30 kickoff, I can't lie. Next international break, I'm going Chesterfield, Salford. That'll be a good game, Richard. That'll be a good game. Our team is a lot better as well. We beat you a couple of weeks ago with a second team. Obviously, it was a cup game, but you never know. What's happening with Rhian Brewster? Apparently, he has picked up an injury in training, which is going to keep him out for about a month, but it's not been confirmed yet. I think it'll be a struggle today, but I can see a draw and I'll take it. Do you know something? I'd take a draw today, but I've just got a feeling we'll win. To be honest, Adam, genuinely, I've just got that feeling. We've got to pick up a victory at some point. We've got to. Congratulations on your announcement, by the way, Adam. It's good work what you're doing. Good work what you're doing. Predicted goal scorers. For us, for Derby, Carlton Morris and Bobby Clark. For West Brom, I'm going to say Bielik comes on and scores, but don't quote me on that. I don't even know if he's fit. What makes you say Brewster is injured? There's a rumour going round, Jacob, unfortunately. Do I have to have a TikTok account to watch your live stream on there, or do you not have... I'm not sure, to be fair, Richard. I've never actually used TikTok without an account, so I'm not sure. What is the best goal you've ever caught live for one of your match day vlogs? I don't know, actually. A lot of the goals that I end up catching are set pieces and stuff like that. 2-1 win, Morris and Ajimang. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. A sold out home end with 2.7k Rams fans, which is sold out. It's going to be a great atmosphere. Yeah, it's going to be a great atmosphere. Are we on Sky today? No. It's Rams TV. You'll need a VPN. Check the link in the description to get yourself one and support the channel. What's Adam's announcement? I'm pretty sure he's put together like a creator agency and viewer agency type thing to help build community and stuff like that, and also gives him the opportunity to boost his own brand, which is brilliant for him. And I hope it all goes well for him. Oh yeah, I forgot Christian Bielik played for West Brom. Yeah, West Brom. They've got a couple of ex-Derby players now. You've got Bielik, you've got... who else have you got? Bielik, you've got Phillips, you've got Wild Smith in there as well, which is decent. Odds on Nat Phillips scoring a header? I hope not. What do you think the score will be? I'm saying 2-1. Any news about Beck, Ajimang and Langas? Beck not ready, Langas not ready. Ajimang should be in the squad. Patrick should be in the squad. Yes, Leo, he should. Baggies says, Jack James, you are one of a minority in the chat at the moment, but fingers crossed Derby can to pick up a great result and ruin your day. 3-1 Baggies today. We will see. We will see. I've just got a feeling that Derby can to take 3 points today, if I am completely honest. I have an awful feeling the streak will end. I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. No chance. What's your score prediction then, Martin? What's your score prediction? Best save I've ever seen live is Wild Smith against Bolton. Yeah, unbelievable save. I didn't even realise he saved it at the time. I love the way Eustace talks in interviews. Yeah, me too, me too. Why have you got so many West Brom fans in here? Do you know something? I don't know. It happens. Like, I don't mind having different fans in. I think for the Ipswich game, I had a load of Ipswich fans in the chat as well, which was really good. It's always good to build that community, and obviously, as I sort of move into different spaces over the course of the next few months, it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be brilliant. 2-1 WBA, fair enough, Martin, fair enough. 4-0 Albion today, says Leon. Going to be a boring draw, I reckon. We will see, we will see. Do you reckon Ajimang would play? I think he'll come off the bench. I think he'll come off the bench, if I'm completely honest. Again, I didn't even realise he saved it at the time. I thought the guy had hit the post with a header. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he'd hit the post. 2-1 Derby, Ajimang and Morris, the scorers, says Theo. Any lineup predictions, Lewis? So, yeah, so lineup predictions. Zetterstrom in goal. Obviously, I'm sticking with the back five. Johnson on the right, Elder on the left. Back three of Clark, Sanderson and Fozzie. And then midfield two will either be Travis and Ozo or Travis and Adams. And then front three, it should be Clark, Brewster and Morris, but I don't know if Brewster's going to be fit. If Brewster's not fit, then I would go with Brereton Diaz. WBF, I reckon it'll be a close game. Nat Phillips have another strong showing for us. Yeah, Nat Phillips is a brilliant player. That's one of the reasons why I could see Ajiman coming on and Selverson coming on, just to give your back four, back three a bit of an issue. You go into the game? Unfortunately not. I'll be doing a live watch along though, Martin. Season ticket. East End U. I'm a Derby fan. But I don't have a season ticket at Derby. What do you mean by moving into different spaces over the next few months? So obviously I'm going to be bringing like gaming live streams and stuff to the channel, which obviously then creates content for the gaming channel, which I'm going to post as well over the course of the next few months. But I'm not stopping like the Derby stuff. Like we're going to do main like Derby 6 till 7, let's say, and then the gaming stuff will come either during the day or in the evenings, depending on the situation. Random question, but what month and date is your birthday? I'm May the 6th. Let's win it for Russell Holt, 3-1. Fingers crossed. Should have worked harder to get Nat Phillips in on a permanent. Wages was the issue with that, Richard. Derby didn't want to break their wage structure, apparently, unfortunately. Why are you saying Brewster is not fit? He is. It's not that I'm saying he's not fit, it's the rumour going around, unfortunately, Demetrius. Are you going? Unfortunately not, but I will be doing a live watch along starting at 2. How many videos do you record per day? So, depending on what I'm posting on what channels, obviously, the F1 channel sort of slowed down a bit recently, but we're going to try and get back into that. But it depends on the situation. For this channel, I do 2 videos, 2 TikToks, and get them all posted, and then obviously the live stream. For the other channels, it's normally I try and get 1 out a day, but we will sort of assess that as the season goes on, because with the streams and stuff, it gives me the opportunity to provide content for this channel as well as for the other channels, so we'll see how that goes. Are you doing FC26 Ultimate Teammate? Yes, I will be, Oliver. I will be. Injury news on Blackett Taylor. He should be back in the next couple of weeks. Appreciate the follow, Martin. Appreciate the follow, Oliver. Welcome in. Morris goal scorer and Ibu Yellow is today's banker. Probably. Even if Adams doesn't start, he'll come on and get a booking. He knows exactly how to get one of those, doesn't he? So it's definitely an interesting bet to put on, isn't it? Which do you prefer, football or F1? Well, to be fair, football is my, obviously, quite clearly my favourite sport. I think it's mainly because it's more accessible, really, let's be honest. Whereas F1 is very much, it's very long-winded in a sense where you've got, 3 practice sessions which take 3 hours of your day. You've got a qualifying session which is an hour, a race which can be anywhere from 2 to 4 hours long depending on the situation. So football's the easiest one to follow, if that makes sense. Why do loads of people call Corey Blackett Taylor Corey Taylor and miss out the Blackett bit? Honestly, I've got no idea. Here we go. If I'm honest, I'm going West Brom 2-2, Derby, Morrison, Johnston. Let's hope. Score predictions, I'm saying 2-1, 3-1 Rams. Should put Malumbi for a yellow too. Yeah, Malumbi's banker for a yellow. Could be a game for the forgotten man, Selverson, to come on and get the winner. Fingers crossed. This will sound stupid, but I reckon we should sell CBT because we could actually get a bit of money. Yeah, I don't think it would be a lot, but I do think there's a possibility. Why do you think he's injured? There's a rumour going round, Will, that he's picked up an injury. For him, when he's always injured, yes. Putting a treble on, go on then, OJ. What are the injuries? So, obviously, we know about Langas, we know about... what's his name? Beck as well, they're both missing today. But Ajimang is back, Selverson is back, everybody else is back apart from Blackett Taylor and Ibuka. Did you see Ipswich Sheffield United game last night? Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Sellers goes, if I'm honest. Up the Rams, welcome in, Lee. Hope you're okay. Who would you like to have seen come through the door if you was manager and had 2 million to spend? A winger. I think we were crying out for a winger to be able to go 4-2-3-1, but unfortunately it just didn't come. I would have loved Patrick Roberts, if I'm honest. I hope you know I'm doing the Caio Perico on GTA while listening to you. Love that, Demetrius. Love that. My dad says he can't get into the rhythm of football season. He says it's too hot now. He thinks it's a winter sport. Fair enough. I actually think we should cut our losses on CBT. His legs are made of Weetabix. Do you know something? I do feel bad for CBT because he had such a good season at Charlton, came to Derby, it just all fell apart. all fell apart. What have you had / are you having for breakfast this morning? I've not actually had my breakfast yet, but I'll probably have like toast or something like that. Something a bit basic, to be fair. Quietly rooting for Derby, for Bobby Clark. Love that, Katie. Love that. Derby get battered everywhere they go. Do they though? I think we've only lost. Have we lost 2 games this season? Can't believe Sellers left their best player, Gustavo Hamer, at the team last night. If he's in the team, think they win the game. Sellers has to go. I don't necessarily think they win the game. I think under Sellers, they're just not. It's not going to go well. I think Sellers is a good manager, but I don't think he has a clue what he's doing at Sheffield United, to be honest. I think it's too high of a step for him, if that makes sense. He's gone from, what was he at, Reading to Hull, which was in a relegation battle, to a team that is trying to prepare for a promotion fight, and it's just not gone well, has it? And I think if you look at the goals that they conceded, I think it was the 5th one, like the defenders just gave up, and it genuinely looks as if the players aren't playing for them. But obviously, that can all change overnight. All of a sudden, something can click into gear, and they could go and win their next game 5-0, and then everything's all rosy, which is sort of the problem that Derby had last season. Was you've got, what's it called? We would be poor, and then we'd win a game, and it would completely change the situation in regards to how people viewed Paul Warne and things like that. So it will be interesting to see what does happen. Don't believe everything you see about Brewster. Yeah, I'm not necessarily believing it, but it is something to talk about. Hello Lewis, I've just joined. How's your day? Brilliant. Obviously, it is only 10:30. There's a lot of the day still to go. You know where you're recording from, Lewis? Are you in your house? And if not, how far is your house from the place that you're recording? And where is it in relation to that place you're recording? Literally next door. It's not far away either. Load of bollocks what got posted now because of the weird forums. Fair enough, Joe. It's one of those where some of these things are sometimes right. Like, I know when I was at Derby during 22-23, Mendes-Lang got injured, and it was all over the forums, but it hadn't been confirmed by the club, and I don't know how the forum got hold of it. So it is a possibility. If Sheffield United keep Sellers, which is highly unlikely, think they finish bottom of the league. I don't think they finish bottom. I think they'll figure it out, but I don't think he stays that long, to be honest. Welcome in, Bez. I hope you're okay. Has the Brewster rumour come from the forum? I don't know, like, the main place where it was posted first. I first heard of it through the Telegram, which I'm not in. Someone showed it me. But I first heard of it there, and then it was posted on Twitter and stuff like that. So who knows? I reckon 1-0 Derby. Who's your goal scorer, Beza? Who's your goal scorer? I'm going. Come on, you baggies. We'll see, Jay. We'll see. Hopefully you lose another game. WBA fan, at least today it can't go to pens and we bottle it again. Yeah, I think you'd be happy with a draw, wouldn't you? As WBA fans, so long as you don't lose. What's the Brewster rumour? Apparently he's picked up an injury, Dan, unfortunately, which will see him out for the next month, but it's not being confirmed by anyone official, so we will wait and see when the team drops. Will you be commenting the game later? Yes, I'll be live during the game later from about 2 till the game finishes. I might just be dreaming this, but did you once say that when you worked at Derby, you knew Lewis Dobbin was signed weeks before it was announced? Yes, yeah. So in the analyst's office, they have, when I was there anyway, it might be different now, obviously, with new management and stuff, things change all the time. But when I was there was a team sheet on the analyst board for the first team analysts with like names and numbers and stuff like that. And Lewis Dobbin, and what was he? Was he 18, 19? His number was on the analyst board, a good, say, 2 or 3 weeks before it was announced, before the rumour had even come out that he was signing. So I don't know if he'd been at the club or if the deal was in the works, but it's quite obvious that the club already was quite confident in him signing at that point because it was on the board and the staff were preparing for having him and stuff like that. So Morris goal, but the goalie saves it and it rolls in. I'd love that. What's your score prediction? I'm saying 2-1 Derby. I am, Will. 2-1 Derby. Is Brewster injured? That appears to be the rumour going around at the moment, Ryan. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Fingers crossed he is fit and available. Really, yes, that is my prediction, Will. That is my prediction. My dream result for today is 2-0 West Brom at half-time, but then we make a comeback with Morris scoring twice. Ajimang scoring a last-minute winner on his debut. I'd love that. I'd love that. 3-1 Albion. If you think so, Gemma, if you think so, it will be interesting to see. I wouldn't care if we play a crap all game, didn't have a shot, have 10% possession. Morris had a shot, hits a player in the backside, hits the post, goes in, we win 1-0. They're the best type of wins for me. The best type of wins. Hopian felt he was really starting to find his feet. Yeah, I agree, Mole. It's just one of those where if he is injured, it's one of the reasons why we ended up getting him for free, if that makes sense. But hopefully is not. 2-1 Albion. We will see, Will. We will see. Is Brewster injured? Apparently so. That's the rumour. How come our injuries always end up being months out? I've got no idea, to be honest, Sean. Wait, Lewis. You were an analyst before you did YouTube. Yes, I was. I spent a year at Derby and a year at Doncaster. And I was at Doncaster when I started this channel, actually. But obviously, you're not really able to talk about what you're doing at the time, if that makes sense. At Notts County, they've scrapped programmes for more digital. I think that's stupid. Yeah, I love a programme. I've got loads of them. Is it true that Albion are wearing their old badge? I'm not sure, to be honest. What was it like? It's hard work. It's tough, but it is fun. It's brilliant. Like, you get to watch football. You clip up football games. You make pre-match meetings, post-game meetings, and stuff like that. Like, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It was an amazing experience spending the time at Derby, spending the time at Doncaster and stuff like that, and learning off those people. It was genuinely brilliant. It was. How long did it take you to travel from your house to Doncaster? It's about an hour trip to get to Doncaster. Match day programmes are the best, IMO. I always get on before the games. Yeah, so do I, whatever game I go to. What have I missed? Don't ruin our big day. I hope we do, Pete. I hope we do. And here we go. We never beat yous. Yeah. Come on, Derby, says Litcher. Baggies 3, Derby 1, says Dylan. Do you live in Derby? Yes, I do. He's not injured, it's fake. I hope so. You're going today? No, I'm not at the game today. I'll be live doing a watch-along from 2 o'clock until game end. During your job at Derby and Doncaster, did you ever get to interview players or managers? So my role wasn't necessarily like interviewing and stuff like that. Obviously it was to do with like the games and stuff. But I spoke to Liam Rossini a couple of times when we was at Derby. Had conversations with some of the like first team staff at Doncaster. Obviously, Grant McCann was the manager, and his assistant I spoke to once, I think. But a lot of it at Doncaster is very sort of close quarters because obviously they're not a massive club. The training ground's quite small. But in terms of like Derby and stuff, the players are unbelievably polite. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I didn't expect it to be the way it was, if I'm completely honest. Why did you choose Doncaster Rovers for your job? They offered me the best development, if that makes sense. They sort of had a plan for where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do, and the other clubs that offered me an opportunity didn't seem to have a plan, and one of them was Sheffield Wednesday, which was I wasn't sure about Sheffield Wednesday, to be honest. Appreciate the follow, Dylan. Who are your danger men? Morris, Clark, Brewster, Ajimang when he gets on the pitch, Briatan Diaz. 1-0 Derby, hopefully that's right. Fingers crossed. Score predictions, I'm saying 2-1. Is he actually injured? I don't know. We've got to wait for confirmation. And we won't get that until the team sheet comes out, unfortunately. Where can I watch it later? So that is a perfect opportunity for me to plug. If you go down in the description over on YouTube, there will be a link to NordVPN. Get yourself a VPN. I think you can get it for as little as £2 a month. And then buy the match pass through Rams TV, and that's where you can watch it. I don't think you can watch it anywhere else, to be honest, mate. If not Derby 1-0, I think we'll win 3-0 like Bristol. Do you know something? It wouldn't surprise me if we had one of those sort of games where it just all clicks into gear. Random question, but what was your favourite school dinner? I'm a really fussy eater, so I didn't have school dinners. I'm not going to lie, Richard. Bet you're glad you didn't go Chef Wed. Yeah, I am. I can't lie. Up the baggies. Do you think Diaz will play? Maybe. I think he'll be on the bench at minimum. Who's your best player other than Adams? I don't even think Adams is our best player, to be fair, Alfie. What did you think of the Ipswich game yesterday? Sheffield United are absolute arsewipe, and Ipswich are very good. You going to the match? Unfortunately not. You're making the trip? Not today. I thought Adams was insane. He is very good at what he does, but he's by no means our best player. I'm not going to lie, Alfie. Not going to lie. Have you seen Derby's FC26 ratings yet? No, I haven't. I haven't at the moment. Would you consider VAR in the Championship? I wouldn't, as we'd probably be calling to scrap it too much down the line. I wouldn't take VAR. I'd take it out of football completely, to be honest. I think I'm going to do a Derby past and present in FC26. Go for it. Who's your best player then? Probably Morris at the moment, but it will end up being like a Bobby Clark or something like that, in my opinion. You go into the match? Unfortunately not. So happy he doesn't have to play Ibu Cam anymore. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't even a starter over the course of the next few weeks. How many of you sold? I'm pretty sure we've sold out our relegation, Kyle, to be fair. But we have a brilliant away support, as you will know. What FC rating would you give Steve Bloomer in his prime for Derby County? 87. Let's do 87. The gap between the Champ and the Prem is very large. If we want to become a top Prem club, we need Saudi or American investment. We just need someone who's willing to invest, Beza, a lot of money. We just need a lot of money. But once you go up, you get money anyway. Like I think for getting relegated in 20th, you get 100 million for the TV for the year. Then you get what? I think it's another 100 million of parachute payments over the next 3 years. So, like, you get some unbelievable money for going up. Pretty sure it's 3k. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. To be fair, when we played in the cup, pretty good from you. Yeah. We're a decent fan base over here. Thoughts on the new playoff system? I actually like it, Ethan. I really like it. If it goes through, I'm not opposed to it at all, because it then gives. I know people are going to turn around and go, but 8th shouldn't have the opportunity of going up. But if you look at the league table over the last few years, the gap between 8th and the playoffs has never really been that big. So, what players will we need to watch for today? Brewster, Morris, Clark, Travis. Travis is decent. Johnston on the right hand side, he's very good. And then if Ajiman comes off the bench, he's a bit of a raw talent, but I think he's got some quality. Is Brewster injured? That is the rumour, unfortunately. That happens to be the rumour. How would you feel if Donald Trump owned our football club? I think I'd start following a different team. Do you know something? To be honest with you, I don't really care who owns the football club. So long as they don't put our club in the shit, I don't care. Derby's away allocation for this game is about 2,500. Fair. Give us a good chance. Yeah, absolutely, Ethan. Absolutely. I'm going in 90 minutes. Love that for you. Love that. I'll be jumping off stream in 19 minutes as well. But it's an interesting afternoon, isn't it? Derby versus West Brom. A very interesting afternoon. Will we be able to pick up 3 points? Will West Brom do us? Like my only hope is that we don't give up a late goal like we have done in 5 of the last 5 games pretty much. So met Barry Bannon the other day. What a true genuine guy he is. He played for Derby when he was younger, didn't he? So, obviously a very good player as well. As much as I'm not his biggest fan of Sheffield Wednesday, he's had a decent career, hasn't he? Brewster was injured. That is the rumour going around, Harold, unfortunately. Rhian Brewster will apparently not be in the squad today. Appreciate the follow, Philip. Welcome in, welcome in. If you could play anyone in pre-season, who would you play? Forest at home. I'd love to do a Barcelona or a Real Madrid at home. Opinions on the Glasgow derby. Both teams are sort of in the mud at the minute, aren't they? Both teams are sort of in the mud. So I don't know who's going to win it, to be honest. Both teams have had relatively poor starts to the season. I think Celtic have gone out of Europe. I think Rangers have gone out of Europe as well, if I remember rightly. What was the last Derby home game you missed? I don't know. It will have been QPR where Harry Wilson and Craig Bryson scored late on. Pat will start then, surely. Or Brereton Diaz or Salverson, could be any. I just want to say we'll win, but we never beat Derby. Yeah. That is the problem for West Brom fans, Josh. You lot just don't beat us. And what is it? 2 wins in 10 years or something? Ridiculous. I support Rangers in it. Fair. I don't really support either, to be honest. Pardon me. Apologies, guys. Barry Bannon is a bit of an idiot, but fair play to him for sticking with Chef Wed. Yeah, 100%. It reminds me of Curtis Davis with us. I support Rangers and the Glasgow derby as well because my mate supports them. Fair enough. Rangers Celtic was a few weeks ago, finished 0-0. Do you know, I'm so out of tune with like Scottish football and stuff like that, I'm not going to lie. Is Brewster injured then? That appears to be the rumour, unfortunately. Brewster will play these for him lot. I hope so. I hope he plays. I do hope he plays. I think with... I know that Derby have been trying to sort of weed out the leaks over recent weeks. But whether they're able to do it or not is a completely different story. So if someone is leaking the 11s, it causes so many problems, it does. Are you going to the game today? No, I'll be live from 2 o'clock doing a watch-along. WBA 6-0. We will see, Jay. I'm assuming you've been on the drinks already. I have messaged someone who I know who occasionally gets the team sheets, but obviously he's not got back to me yet. So how do you think we would do if we got Tom Lawrence back? I don't think he'd play, to be honest. I think he'd be a backup option. If Brewster's injured, knowing our luck, it'll probably be an ACL. Don't put that into the world, Richard. Do not put that into the world. What's with Brewster? The rumours suggest that he's out for a month, but no confirmation yet. Like I said last night, my mate had a mate that works at the club confirmed that Joe Ward is the mole. Yeah, it genuinely wouldn't surprise me. It'll be someone that isn't playing. It will. As a way to try and like force something to happen in their favour. It happens all the time. Congrats on the win today. We never beat you, so not expecting much. Tom, have a bit of faith. What's the mole? I have no idea what the mole is or who the mole is. To be fair, with everyone fit, he wouldn't be in my 11. Great bench player though. Fair. Hello, welcome in TTV. What's your opinion on the Sheffield United performance last night? Sheffield United were absolutely horrific. If Ruben Sellers keeps his job till the next international break, I'll be very surprised. I bet your mate has messaged you with the team sheet, but you don't want to say because you might lose your job. I won't lose my job. He may potentially lose his, but no. I haven't messaged. The person who I've messaged has nothing to do with Derby. They just know someone. Appreciate the follow, Marcus. Welcome in. Ajimang, Morris, Brereton. Who does he displace? Yeah, very true. Albion will break the curse today. I hope not. It's an interesting position to be in when one of your best performers from the last game is all of a sudden potentially injured and out. Um, it's interesting. What do you reckon today, mate? 2-1 Derby, I'm saying, Tom. 2-1 Derby, I'm saying. Appreciate the follow, John. Welcome in. Hope you're okay. You just don't want Brewster to be out, do you? Especially after he had such a good performance against Ipswich. You just don't want him to be out because he has that quality to make a difference. And even if he comes off the bench, he has the quality to cause problems. And you don't really want to be forcing a Briatan Diaz in early doors because that doesn't really solve anything for me. Who you reckon is starting up top for you? But it'll be Carlton Morris, I'd imagine, Tom. Unless he's got injured as well. Who knows? But I'd say probably Carlton Morris. What is the worst footballing injury you have ever got, Lewis? I tore my hamstring and dislocated my hip when I was in year 8. On the 26th of September. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was absolute agony. I couldn't walk. I was on crutches. I've still got problems with my hip now since that injury. But they can't find anything sort of out of place or anything like that. But yeah, I got sandwiched into the post. Hamstring went, hip went. It was not a good afternoon. Let's put it that way. But yeah, I was on crutches for a good few months. Didn't play football again till probably the January, February time. But it was a long injury. Appreciate the follow, Tez. Welcome in. You lads are our bogey team. We are. We will give you some problems, and hopefully we take 3 points as well, JP. Hopefully. What would your team be if everyone who started the Ipswich game was injured? Honestly, if everyone who started the Ipswich game was injured, I'd forfeit the game. I wouldn't even turn up. I would not turn up. Hopefully not. Well, I obviously hope we pick up 3 points. You obviously are hoping that your anniversary game ends in a victory. What happened in the aftermath of your horrific injury, Lewis? As in what? Genuinely, I lay on the floor and screamed. I got carried off. The game carried on. I'm pretty sure they scored while I was on the floor, which was annoying. I was fuming. But I got carried off the pitch. I stayed for the rest of the game, just sat on the sideline in agony, and then got drove to the hospital after, where I was put straight on a bed, which you wouldn't get that these days, would you? I couldn't walk, couldn't do anything. Derby Rovers line up today. Zetterstrom in goal. Back five of Johnston, Sanderson, Clark and Fozzie. Elder on the left. Midfield two with Travis and Ozo. Front three of Brewster, Clark and Morris, if Brewster is fit. Signed half our team and lower than us after our dreadful start. We've had half of our players injured and not fit, so it's one of those things. It is one of those things. Don't worry, when all our players are fit after the break, the 16 best and fit players take the shirt, and we still haven't won. Let's not forget that. Yeah, we'll win eventually. What's up with Brewster? Apparently he's picked up an injury and going to be out for a month, but nothing confirmed. So have we? Well, we had, when we started the season, I think we had 11 players injured, and most of them were our new signings and stuff like that. So we will lose again. We always lose to you. We will see. If everyone who started the Ipswich game was injured, mine would be Vickers. Oh, I can't think. Yeah, exactly. That's so unfair. The other team scored when you were on the floor. Yeah, I was on the floor in the opposite penalty area, and I was playing midfield at the time. So obviously we're missing a huge. We was missing a chunk of our team. I was on the floor. What about Vyman starting if Brewster out and Diaz jet lagged? Yeah, could happen. It definitely could happen. Hi, I'm back. My phone died. No worries, Derby edits. But you know something? At kids football, no one actually cares do they? Like, I was probably like 11 or 12. It was probably the worst time to have my injury as well, because I just had trials at Derby. So I had the trial. I played on the Saturday, and I died. Like, it ruined everything. Whether I don't even know if I got through the trials, if I'm honest. The parents do, yeah. What would the lineup and formation be if you made it? 4-2-3-1 for me. Zetterstrom in goal. Back four of Johnston, Langas, Clark, and Beck. Midfield two, Travis and Ozo. Front three of Brewster, Clark, and Diaz, and then Morris as the striker. Do you think Bobby Clark will start if Brewster isn't fit? I think Bobby Clark will start even if Brewster is fit, to be honest, mate. There was once a football match at St Martin's. My school got cancelled due to rain, which wasn't heavy. Missed the match because of an appointment. My team won 16-1. Terrible. Did you genuinely think when you did your injury that you died? Oh, I felt like my life was over. I genuinely thought my life was over. I was in, like, I blacked out. It was that painful. Like, the instant of it happening, I sort of faded to black, let's put it that way. And then I woke up, like, in pain on the floor. It was horrible. CBT, where's he? The great hope for next pre-season. Injured again. What a surprise. Big love from us. Welcome in, Solo. Hope you're okay. West Brom winning 5-0. I hope not. I do hope not. I hope it's obviously Derby County to take 3 points. And obviously, if Derby County take 3 points, that will lift us up the table a little bit. You'll have, obviously, a couple of goals from Derby today, hopefully, as well. But we will have to wait and see sort of how that goes and everything along those lines, because it is a difficult position that we find ourselves in. No win from the opening few games, apart from obviously the penalty victory over West Brom anyway. It's apologies. It's always difficult. It genuinely is always difficult. I said that away at Stoke, CVT was doing hamstring. Yeah, he did. It's a difficult one when someone does their hamstring. It kills it. First win of the season today, gents. Let's go. Fingers crossed. Do you know something? We've got all the quality to do that. We have. Who is your favourite Arsenal player, Lewis? Declan Rice. I love Declan Rice. I think he's brilliant. But I don't think he's a sitting midfielder. I think he's a box-to-box. I think he's like a number 8. And I think he's wasted as that number 6. And I think for England, it needs to be Wharton, Rice and Bellingham as our midfield trio. It has to be. Everything else is debatable at the moment. But that's a shout. I'm going to start doing England international watch-alongs and stuff like that over the course of this season and stuff like that. So that'll be good. Where did you... hang on. If you can keep Price, Hegebo and Johnston quiet, you'll be fine. Let's see what happens. Dylan. Where do you find a VPN for free? Unfortunately, not for free. But go to my link over on youtube.com and get NordVPN. It helps the channel, and obviously you then can watch the game and stuff like that. I know it's a random question, but do you have a collection of football cards at all, Lewis? We've spoke about this before. I'm not sure whether it was with you or someone else. I used to have like full collections of like match attacks and shoot cards, and there was another one that there used to be as well. I had like full collection year on year. I spent loads as a kid on stuff like that, and then we sold a massive bag of them. But if I'd have known about it, I would have kept them. I didn't realise how big cards were back then. Score prediction, I'm saying 2-1 Derby, Leo. 2-1 Derby. I've got a prediction: Kane Wilson to either score or assist for NK today. That would be good for Kane. If I'm honest, I hope I want him to struggle so that it makes the move look better for us. But we will wait and see. If you could have any job that isn't football related, what would your job be? Does this count as a non-football related job, Richard? because I'd love to do this full time. I'd love to make a full-time wage, full-time living, doing streaming and videos and stuff like that, because I really enjoy it. I do. I asked you about football cards before. Yeah, I thought you did. I thought someone had mentioned it before. Had a dream we won 5-2. Put some money on it, boys. Absolutely will. I'll get some money on. You could have made millions if you kept your football cards. Do you know something? There's a couple of YouTubers and stuff that obviously have started doing like card collecting and stuff like that they've been making videos on and stuff, and I genuinely believe that I've probably sold a few £1,000 worth of cards, if not more. Welcome in, Thomas. Hope you're okay. Appreciate the wish of good luck. What do you mean Brewster is injured? Apparently he's picked up an injury. It's not confirmed, though. It's not confirmed. Will Patrick be in the squad today? I'd imagine so, yes. 4-0 WBA. We will see, Simon. We will see. Let's scroll down. What source? I think it came off the forum, but it's been on Telegram and stuff like that. So whether it's true or not, it's 50-50 at the moment. This counts as a non-football job if you didn't talk about football at all, not even one mention of it. So I'm assuming I wouldn't even be able to play football games. So that would be really hot. But yeah, this is sort of what I want to do long term. I want to be able to stream, create content. I've really enjoyed doing it over the course of the last few years. So have you ever seen GBW on YouTube? Great football card collector, just reached 200k subs. I haven't actually. I'll have to take a look. What is your prediction? I've said 2-1 Derby. Preston going to get battered by us. We will wait and see. Please beat West Brom, so if Borough lose to them, we have a chance of staying top. We will see. We will see. If you could manage any National League team, who would you manage? Are we talking National League, or are we talking like National League North and South? Because I'd probably go for Alfreton. I would. York City, says Thomas. Leaving in about 30 minutes for the game. Hope you enjoy it, Jack. Hope you enjoy it. No, Lewis, you wouldn't even be able to play football games in that job. Ooh. So I'd have to play like Call of Duty, F1, Battlefield, stuff like that. You know what? If I could have any job and it was guaranteed to be successful, I'd love to open packs and stuff on YouTube. I always find it so satisfying. Yeah. Like, genuinely, the reason I started this is because I wanted to give myself a place where I could just say what I want to say. And I do think I've done that now. And now it's paying my bills at the moment, but it's not quite a full-time position yet. I'm outside the Riverside waiting to get in. Fair. Score predictions, lads. What are they? Me, Derby 2 on the way. That's exactly the same as me, mate. Do you know if Adjumani start? I think he'll be on the bench. We're talking just National League. Right, let me get up the National League teams. Let me get... WBA fan here. Obvs, hope we win, but good luck for the rest of the season. Let's see what happens. National League. Joking, I'm at Deepdale because we're away. Fair. Morecambe, Truro, Sutton, Solihull, Braintree, Boston, Yeovil, Halifax, Woking, Eastleigh, Brackley, Aldershot, Gateshead, Tamworth, Wealdstone, Altrincham, York, Hartlepool, Scunthorpe, Boreham Wood, Southend, Carlisle, Rochdale, Forest Green, Tamworth. I'd take Tamworth in the National League. I'd take Tamworth. I thought your job was full-time. If it's not, what other jobs do you have? Well, this is what I do full-time, but it's not quite making a full-time living yet, if that makes sense. Like, this covers my bills and more at the moment. So this is sort of what I'm doing full-time, but it's not necessarily bringing in the full-time wage packet just yet. I'd managed Gateshead. There's a few Derby players there. Yeah, fair enough. Grimsby's League 2, aren't they? They've got a couple of ex-Derby as well. Right, I'm going to call it there. I'm going to be back later on today obviously for Derby County versus West Bromwich Albion. We'll be live from around 2 p.m. So if you haven't done so already, hit the like button, hit the follow button, turn on notifications, drop your gifts in the chat over on TikTok if you want to. Obviously, it helps support the channel. Obviously, on YouTube, members, super chats, they are what help the channel push further. But we will wait and see sort of how it progresses over the course of this afternoon. I will be back around 2 p.m. So if you have not done so already, hit the like button, hit the follow button. I will catch you later. Say goodbye over on TikTok. I will catch you later on today. See you later, guys, over there. Let's just end that now. Best FA Cup match you've ever seen would probably be when we beat Man United. Away from home. Was it penalty? I'm pretty sure it was penalties, wasn't it? But yeah, that's probably the best one. Right, appreciate you all for stopping by. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Super chats are there if you want to. You can do it on any video, I'm pretty sure. And memberships as well. So if you haven't done so already, check them out. And I will catch you later around 2 o'clock for the live stream. And then we'll be live for 2 or 3 hours. So catch you later, everybody. I will see you then. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.